Most fuel injector cleaners don't actually clean anything. They just move carbon deposits around your fuel system, and in some cases they create more problems than they solve. The issue is that many of these bottles are filled with cheap solvents that can't dissolve the baked-on deposits choking your injectors. I've tested dozens of these products in real fuel systems, and today I'm showing you the 5 that'll drain your wallet and the 3 that actually deliver results. The difference comes down to one key ingredient that most people don't know to look for. Let's get started. Number 5. Avoid any cleaner with kerosene as the main ingredient. You'll find these in bargain bins, usually priced under $5. The label might say powerful solvent or deep clean formula, but flip that bottle around and check the ingredients. If you see petroleum distillates or mineral spirits listed first, you're looking at glorified kerosene. Here's the problem. Kerosene does basically nothing to hard carbon deposits. It's too weak. Even when companies blend it with other chemicals, once you dilute it in a full tank of gas, it becomes about as effective as pouring warm water on concrete stains. Your injectors stay clogged, your idle stays rough, and you're out $5. The bigger issue is what kerosene does to your fuel quality. It can lower the octane rating in your gasoline. Lower octane can contribute to engine knock over time, especially in high compression engines. That metal-on-metal pinging sound damages cylinders gradually, and depending on your vehicle, repairs can range from a few $100s for minor work to several thousand for serious engine damage. On top of that, kerosene thins out your fuel mixture, which leads to incomplete combustion. The result? More carbon buildup, fouled spark plugs, and harder starts on cold mornings. Save your money. If the main ingredient isn't polyethylamine, also called PEA, it's not worth buying. Number 4. Avoid alcohol-heavy formulas. Walk into any auto parts store and you'll see bottles advertising high alcohol content, usually isopropyl alcohol. They pitch it as a quick fix. Absorbs water from your tank, cleans your injectors, saves your engine. Sounds simple enough. But alcohol-based cleaners can cause problems over time. Yes, alcohol can absorb small amounts of water. That part works fine. The issue is that modern fuels already contain 10 to 15% ethanol. When you add concentrated alcohol cleaners on top of that, especially with repeated use, it can gradually affect rubber seals, crack O-rings, and weaken plastic components throughout your fuel system. Once those seals start failing, you're dealing with leaks, pressure loss, and potential fuel pump issues. Then there's the carbon issue. Alcohol isn't strong enough to dissolve heavy deposits the way PEA does. Instead, it knocks chunks loose. Those chunks clog injectors, foul spark plugs, and trigger check engine lights. Add in the fact that alcohol introduces oxygen into your fuel mix, and now you've got lean combustion and higher heat that can accelerate wear on engine components. If you need to remove water from a tank in an emergency, fine, use it once. But as a regular injector cleaner, you're better off with something designed for the job. Number 3. Avoid harsh solvent cocktails. Some cleaners brag about being extra strength, which really means they're loaded with aggressive chemicals like xylene, acetone, and heavy alcohol blends. On paper, that sounds powerful. In reality, it's risky. These chemicals strip grease and varnish so aggressively that they don't dissolve carbon deposits. They break them into chunks. Those chunks don't magically disappear. They travel downstream through your fuel system. And while your fuel filter should catch most of them, some can get through to clog injectors, foul spark plugs, and jam oxygen sensors. In severe cases, this debris can contribute to catalytic converter problems. Once a cat gets blocked, you're not fixing it, you're replacing it. Depending on your vehicle, that's anywhere from $800 to $3,000 or more. Strong solvent mixes create other problems too. Acetone and xylene can gradually eat away at rubber and plastic parts in your fuel system over time. Hoses can dry out, O-rings can crack, and seals can start leaking. Add unstable combustion from the disrupted fuel mixture, and your check engine light becomes a frequent visitor. Don't trust any bottle that sells itself as a miracle deep cleaner. If it doesn't specifically list PEA as the active cleaning ingredient, leave it on the shelf. Real injector cleaning requires a detergent that dissolves carbon, not a solvent that breaks it loose and creates new problems. Number 2, avoid seafoam motor treatment. This one surprises people because seafoam has been around since the 1940s. Mechanics mention it, drivers swear by it. The brand has serious history. But here's the thing, it doesn't actually clean modern fuel injectors the way you think it does. The problem is chemistry. Seafoam doesn't contain PEA, the only detergent proven to break down carbon deposits. Instead, It relies on naphtha and isopropyl alcohol. Those ingredients can loosen light surface buildup, but they don't dissolve the baked-on carbon that's choking your injectors. At best, they shift debris around, which then floats through your system, waiting to cause a new problem somewhere else. In a two-stroke engine, seafoam can help, but in today's four-stroke cars and trucks, the results are underwhelming. You might not damage anything, but you can create headaches, clogged filters, fouled plugs, maybe even a check engine light. Save seafoam for lawn equipment or fuel stabilization in storage. If your car is running rough and you want real results, you need a cleaner with PEA clearly listed on the label. Number 1. Avoid generic bargain cleaners. You know the ones I'm talking about. $3 bottles sitting in the discount bin with labels promising to restore lost power and boost fuel economy by 25%. They claim to clean injectors in one tank. It all sounds tempting when you're trying to save money. Here's the reality. These bottles are typically filled with cheap solvents, usually kerosene, alcohol, or both. Without PEA, they can't dissolve hard carbon deposits. At best, they might remove surface grime. At worst, and this happens more often than you'd think, they break off chunks of buildup instead of dissolving them. Those chunks don't vanish, they clog fuel filters, jam injectors, and in some cases can contribute to larger fuel system problems. Now, I should mention that not all budget cleaners are bad. Some house brands like certain STP and Gumout products do contain PEA and work fine. The key is reading the label. If you see PEA listed as an ingredient, it's probably okay regardless of price. If you don't see it, skip it. Buy one quality cleaner with PEA instead of 5 bottles of mystery liquid. Your engine will actually thank you, and your wallet will too in the long run. Now that you know what to avoid, let's talk about the 3 cleaners that actually work. These are backed by real chemistry, not marketing hype. Number 3. Lucas Deep Clean. This brand has been around for decades, and their Deep Clean formula is one of the few you can trust. It's not magic, but it's solid for regular maintenance. What makes it work? Lucas Deep Clean contains PEA, the detergent that actually dissolves carbon. On top of that, it includes lubricants that protect your injectors, fuel pump, and upper cylinders. It doesn't just clean, it reduces wear, which can extend engine life. It isn't the strongest cleaner available, so if your injectors are severely clogged, this won't completely save the day. But for everyday drivers who want to maintain smooth performance, Lucas is safe, reliable, and budget-friendly. You can use it every few thousand miles as preventive maintenance without worrying about damage. Think of Lucas like brushing your teeth. It keeps problems from building up over time. If you're dealing with heavy carbon deposits that have built up over years of neglect, you'll need something stronger, which brings us to the next recommendation. Number 2. Chevron Techron Concentrate Plus. When it comes to fuel injector cleaners, this is the one most automakers and mechanics actually recommend. It's not hype, it's backed by real testing. The secret is Chevron's patented PEA formula. While some brands sprinkle a little in, Techron uses the right concentration to break down carbon deposits in injectors, intake valves, and combustion chambers. That means smoother acceleration, restored power, and better fuel economy after one treatment. It's also safe. Unlike aggressive cleaners, Techron won't damage rubber seals or clog your fuel filter. Whether you drive a brand new car or an older high-mileage commuter, it works without nasty side effects. That's why it's trusted in commercial fleets where downtime costs serious money. Here's the bonus. Techron isn't picky about what you pour it into. It works in gas cars, hybrids, motorcycles, even small engines like lawnmowers. One bottle treats about 20 gallons of fuel, and Chevron recommends using it every 3,000 miles. Think of it as a tune-up in a bottle. Some people complain it costs more than bargain cleaners, but considering it can help prevent fuel system issues that run into the hundreds or thousands to repair, it's worth the investment. Number 1. Redline SI1. If you want the strongest over-the-counter injector cleaner available, this is it. Redline SI1 has one of the highest concentrations of PA you'll find, with claims of 50% or more, while most cleaners sit much lower. That makes it a powerhouse for dissolving stubborn carbon deposits in injectors, valves, and combustion chambers. The results are real. Drivers report smoother idle, restored power, and better fuel economy after a single treatment. It also helps reduce engine knock and can even lower emissions by burning fuel more cleanly. In short, it works fast. But here's the catch. You need to follow the directions exactly. Pour it into a nearly empty tank, fill up with fuel, and let it run through your system. Skip a step or overuse it, and you might notice hesitation or rough running until the tank cycles through. That's temporary, but it's something to watch for. Used properly, Redline is one of the best ways to clean your fuel system without pulling injectors out for professional service. That said, if your injectors are severely clogged from years of neglect, you might need professional ultrasonic cleaning rather than just an additive. Save Redline for serious carbon problems or as an occasional deep clean. For regular maintenance, something lighter like Lucas or Techron is easier on your wallet and gets the job done. And that's all. 5 fuel injector cleaners that can waste your money or cause problems, and 3 that actually deliver results. The key is looking for PEA on the label. That's the only ingredient proven to dissolve carbon deposits instead of just moving them around. And one more thing, if you have a direct injection engine, keep in mind that fuel additives work differently and may not address intake valve deposits the same way. Here's my question for you. Have you ever used a fuel injector cleaner that either helped your engine or made things worse? Drop your experience in the comments. I read every single one. And if this video saved you from making an expensive mistake, hit that like button and subscribe. I've got more car care tips coming that'll keep your ride running strong without emptying your wallet.